morning, volleyball fans, and welcome to Banks High School for 3A volleyball action, non-league variety between the visiting Horizon Christian Hawks of Tualatin and the home team, the Banks Braves. We'll also be handling public address duties and a little bit of extra public address duties between sets with recognizing individual players and their sponsors this season. So we step away a little bit between breaks or between sets. That's the reason why. Banks, entering this morning, was ranked mid to upper 30s among 47, I believe, 3A high school volleyball teams. But despite their very low ranking, they would be a playoff team if the playoffs started today again early in the season. But the Banks moving into third place in the Coastal Range League on Monday night, and the top three advanced to the 20-team bracket in late October, culminating with the state tournament in Marshfield and North Bend in early November. The Braves moved into third place by virtue of sweeping Riverdale of Southwest Portland on the road in the Terwilliger area on Monday night. Neocon lost to Warrenton, so that's how Banks moved into third place behind Warrenton and Corbett. Other games around 3A volleyball tonight. Not much outside of the Coastal Range League. Corbett is at Yamhill Carlton. Warrenton is at Riverdale, and Rainier travels to Neocon. One matchup in the Lewis and Clark League, Valley Catholic hosts Portland Adventist, and one non-league match besides our game here tonight. All the way down near the border, Rogue River hosting 1A Prospect. 3A volleyball results from last night. Lewis and Clark League, Westside Christian, top team in the state, swept De La Salle 3-0. Portland Adventist won at Portland Christian 3-2. So hopefully the Braves will be facing a very tired Hawks team, especially a varsity squad that rotates almost their entire squad from JV. Only 3 non-JV players do not swing for the Horizon Christian Hawks. Only 9 players total. Pac West Conference, Amity sweeps Jefferson on the road. Dayton wins at home over Salem Academy, and Santiam Christian sweeps Taft. Mountain Valley Conference, Sisters takes care of Lapine. Pleasant Hill over Cresswell 3-1, and Harrisburg over Elmira by the same score. Far West League, Douglas in the top 5, but they get swept by Coquille at home 3-0. Sutherland sweeps Siuslaw 3-0, and South Umpqua Myrtle Creek easily handles Glide 3-0. Eastern Oregon League, Burns no problem 3-1 over Vale. Southern Oregon Conference, St. Mary's of Medford sweeping Brookings Harbor, and Cascade Christian sweeping Rogue River. Non-league, Pilot Rock over Riverside 3-1. 1A Crane over Lakeview 3-2. And Oregon Episcopal defeats Blanchette Catholic of Salem 3-1. We'll take a 2-minute break and give you a look at the latest official OSAA 3A volleyball poll after this 2-minute break.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Jason? Let's go see your room.
No, that's not right.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media. Here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back taking a look at the latest OSAA 3A volleyball rankings. Again, these are the official rankings used to determine playoff seedings at the end of the season. Top three teams from the Coastal Range League advance to the 20-team bracket. Number one is Westside Christian, undefeated at 11-0, are the Eagles of Tiger. Number two, Burns comes in at 12-1. Number three, Valley Catholic, 13-1. Number four, Douglas of Winston, just south of Roseburg, 6-1. Number five, Catlin Gable, 7-3. Number six, longtime volleyball powerhouse, as is Valley Catholic Sisters, ranked sixth at 10-3. Number seven, Dayton, just two losses on the season at 7-2. This one a little bit shocking to me. 5 losses on the season, only 2 games over 500. Vale at 7-5, ranked 8th in the state. Number 9, Salem Academy at 8-4. And again, another 5-loss team in the top 10. Pleasant Hill of the Mountain Valley Conference, just southeast of Eugene. No team in the Coastal Range League ranked higher than 19th. Corbett is 19, Warrenton 21. And although Banks is a couple of spots ahead of Rainier, Rainier is the next team ranked in league at number 32. Banks at 35 with 4 wins and 5 losses on the season. Neocani 39 with a record of 5-8. And Riverdale, winless at 0-8, is the very bottom team according to the official OSAA ranking computers. Kind of BCS style now for all sports in the state of Oregon. What mix of RPI, Collie, overall ranking, RPI, and strength of schedule. We'll take another 2-minute break, and on the other side, we'll get you a look at the Horizon Christian Hawks when we return.
Visit Main Street Pizza in Banks, located next to Jim's Market, for the best pizza in Washington County. From loaded hot baked subs to a Main Street special pizza piled high, we will satisfy your pizza cravings. We've been serving and supporting the Banks community since 1986. Open daily at 11 a.m. Call ahead now to place your order at 503-324-5858 or follow us on Facebook to see our daily lunch specials. Mention this radio ad and receive $2 off any Main Street pizza.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
For more than 45 years, Housemaster has been offering residential and commercial inspection services with more than 200 locations across the U.S. and Canada. We've helped more than 3.5 million buyers and sellers make important real estate decisions. Housemaster of Southwest Portland helps local residents make the right choice when purchasing a residential. For more than 45 years, Housemaster has been offering residential and commercial inspection services with more than 200 locations across the U.S. and Canada. We've helped more than 3.5 million buyers and sellers make important real estate decisions. Housemaster of Southwest Portland helps local residents make the right choice when purchasing a residential or commercial property. Call Housemaster of Southwest Portland 971-245-2500 or visit their website housemaster.com/southwest-portland.
Transaction Transmission in the heart of Banks specializes in transmission repair, but they service all types of vehicle repairs and makes and models. 5-star reviews and quality workmanship you can trust. Owner Joey Tardio doesn't just repair vehicles, he eats, sleeps, and breathes all things auto-related as an auto racer March through October. Trust your vehicle to Transaction Transmission at the end of Sunset Avenue in the heart of Banks. Call 503-359-9141. And we're back quickly going over the roster for the Horizon Christian Hawks. Number 1, Sophia Rashko, a 5-foot junior. Number 4, Liv Marine, a 5'5 junior. Number 5, Zaina Habash, a 5'2 junior. Number 6, Claire Pospashek, a 5'6 sophomore. Number 9, Hayden Shaber, a 5'4 junior. Number 10, Sophie Green, a 5'4 senior. Number 11, Nataline Carnes, also a 5'4 senior. Number 12, Audrey Turner, a 5'3 junior. And number 13, Georgia LaBouffe, a 5'8 sophomore. A little bit of a typo there on her first name. Sorry about that. Respect to Horizon Christian and Georgia LaBouffe. For the Banks Braves, number 1, Lauren Jansen, a junior. Number 2, Harlow Johns, sophomore. Number 3, Kendall Shook, one of 2 seniors. Number 4, Addie Kennedy, the lone freshman. Number 5, Kylie McCraw, a junior. Number 6, Ellie Seelix, a sophomore. And number 7, Sawyer Peters, a sophomore, along with sophomore number 8, Jaden Kopp, and sophomore number 10, Brooklyn Evans. The other senior for the Braves, number 12, Morgan McCraw. The Braves are coached by Suzanne Clark, returning for her second go-around, coming out of retirement after leading the Braves to a state championship in 2015. She is assisted by Megan Bunn. We're going to step away for just a moment, handle some public address duties, and we'll return with the first serve between the Banks Braves and the Horizon Christian Hawks in just a moment. And we're set for the first serve between the visiting Horizon Christian Hawks and tonight's home team, the Banks Braves. Banks will be in their home white sleeveless uniforms, black shorts, navy blue numerals on the front and back, and Braves in cursive lettering on the back. Underneath the numerals with Vegas gold trim and the navy blue and Vegas gold arrowhead logo. Very small, just inside the left shoulder on the front of the jersey. Horizon Christian, white uniforms with heavy purple trim, black shorts. Horizon in purple and black across the back, between the shoulder blade, and purple numerals with white trim on the front and back. Libero for the Braves will be wearing navy blue with gray along the sleeves and gray on the left on both sides of the torso. Braves with the first serve of the match from Kylie McCraw. And Banks scrambling defensively, nice effort, but good placement that time from Natalie Carnes on the return. And Horizon Christian will pick up the first point of the match. Serving for the Hawks is Natalie Carnes. Clear coat finish here at Banks High School with a slightly white tint. A little bit darker in the areas of the key, and kind of a dark blue baseline and end line all the way around one piece with Banks in transparent lettering on the end lines. Banks High School gym runs east and west. Horizon Christian to our left on the east end of the court. Diving effort late from Ellie Seelix. The libero goes underneath the net. And Horizon Christian with the first 2 points of the first set. Again, the serve from Carnes. Seelix goes down low to get it that time out of the back row. Angled wide, far side front row by Harlow Johns, and it's 3-0 Horizon Christian. And it's an ace from Natalie Carnes. Despite despite Horizon Christian being ranked 24th in the state, they could very easily be ranked much higher than that. 3 of the top 10 teams, 3A volleyball, come from their league, the Lewis and Clark League, representing private schools in the mainly in the Southwest Portland area. That time the Braves get the point and the side out with a return right back in the face of Sophia Rashko, wearing a face mask. Not much she can do with it. 4-1, Braves trailing by 3. Blocked but out of bounds near side, and it's a quick side out for the Braves. Back to Horizon Christian leading 5-1. Liv Marine will come in for the Hawks, replacing number 5, Zaina Habash. Serving from the far side, number 10, Sophie Green. Returned by Jansen. Rashko, the libero, wearing purple uniform with white numeral and white letters. And that one goes just long. 6-1, Horizon Christian leading by 5. Serve from Green. And Celix decides to play it late. Would have been close, might have gone a little bit long, aiming for the far back corner. And it's an ace for Horizon Christian after she plays it, and it goes into the back wall. 7-1 Hawks. And it's an ace. Just inside the back row. Good placement that time from Sophie Green. 8-1. Favor of the Hawks, and really surprised to not see either of the Braves coaching staff up off the bench, let alone really thought we'd see a timeout by now, with the Hawks scoring 8 out of the first 9. A little bit better defensive effort this time from the Braves. They're going to get a touch, and it's going to go out of bounds off the block from Horizon Christian. Braves trailing 2-8. Serving number 13, Maddie Turner. And it's an ace. Going down deep to her right, Rashko keeps it off the floor. Braves come up with the return, but a little bit long that time from Sawyer Peters. 9-3, side out back to the Hawks, entering for Maddie Turner, Brooklyn Evans. And return wide by Lauren Jansen, far side, and now we do have a Braves timeout. Suzanne Clark up off the bench, trying to bring her team back and inspire a little bit of a momentum swing here and a little bit better play. Horizon Christian, 10 of the first 13 points. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Proudly serving our neighbors in Washington County since 1946, LaHaye's is your destination for locally made Letterman's jackets, custom embroidery for business apparel or a unique gift, and scouting uniforms and supplies. LaHaye's is on the corner of 3rd and Main in historic downtown Hillsborough. Open Wednesday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 10 to 4, and anytime online at lahayes.com or call us at 503-648-2341.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back following the Braves timeout. Horizon Christian leading 10-3. Serving for the Hawks, Claire Pospashek. And getting it just inside the back line, Pospashek diving late, can't get it off the floor, and the Braves get the rare point and the side out, trailing 4-10. Good serve from the far side by Morgan McCraw. The return from Horizon Christian goes into the bottom of the net. Braves trailing 5-10. Off the tip of the net, but Horizon Christian able to play it. Nice effort by Evans to return it out of the back row after Banks looked a little bit confused offensively, and they get the point in front of a diving effort from Liv Marine and Adeline Carnes. Nice effort from Sophie Green, but it's going to be just after the bounce, and so the point will belong to the Braves on a 3-point run. Trailing 6-10. And it's going to be returned wide. 4 in a row for the Braves within 3, 7-10. Caleb George up off the bench for the Hawks. He'll return to his seat, though. No timeout coming as of yet for Horizon Christian. Into the net, hard from the libero, Sophia Rashko. 5 in a row for the Braves within 2, trailing 8-10. Serve from Morgan McCraw's an ace. Timeout, Horizon Christian, 6 in a row for the Braves. Horizon Christian looked like they were going to run away with it early, but the Braves are back within 1 and have the momentum after the timeout. That leads to a Horizon Christian timeout. Hawks 10, Banks 9 will return in 30 seconds. Whether it's a steaming hot old-fashioned cup of joe or hot chocolate on a cold winter day, or an ice-cold Italian soda or iced coffee on a hot summer day, anytime is a great time to stop by Scoggins Creek Coffee. With 2 locations in Gaston and Yamhill Carlton, their warm and friendly baristas will get you the delicious drink of your choice. Scoggins Creek Coffee, call 503-985-3483, 503-985-3483.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back again. The serve from Morgan McCraw this time just ran out of gas. Served for 6 points for the Braves, and now it's an 11-9 lead after her serve comes up just short into the top of the net. And returning the favor for Horizon Christian, Audrey Turner. Braves back within 1 at 10-11, scoring 7 out of the last 8 points. Jump serve from Lauren Jansen. And way too much on that one. Aiming for the far back corner. That one nearly goes off the wall. Too much on that one from Addie Kennedy. Side out back to the Hawks, leading 12-10. Zaina Habash serving for the Hawks. No player on the Hawks roster over 6 feet. Trapped by the Hawks, but able to pull it back and return it, but it will be wide to the near side of the net. Hawks within 1 or Braves within 1 at 11-12. Kendall Shook to serve. Low, and it's an ace. Nearly rolling over at Sophia Rashko, the libero, and we're tied at 12 in the first set. Banks has scored 9 out of the last 11 to pull even, and Shook comes up short on that service attempt. And the lead goes back to the Hawks along with the serve at 13-12. LaBouffe. And it's misplay. That's going to go off the back wall. Side out back to Banks. Kylie McCraw, the serve from the far side. Coming up short into the net. Claire Pospashek and the Braves, I believe, have their first lead of the match at 14-13. Kylie McCraw again to serve. Can't say McCraw because she has an older sister on the team. Kylie Ann Morgan. And diving Pospashek hits it near the bottom of the bleachers on the south side of the court. Banks now with a 2-point lead at 15-13. And again, the Hawks come up short into the net. Sophie Green from the far side that time. 16-13 Braves. Banks on a 13-3 run after Horizon Christian opened on a 10-3 run to start the match. That one comes up short from Kylie McCraw. 16-14 on the service error. Side out back to the Hawks. And Adeline Carnes, 5'4" senior. And angled beautifully that time, I believe, by Kylie McCraw from the near side, finding an empty spot in the back corner of the Hawks defense. Side out back to Banks, 17-14. Serve from Seelix. And it's off the net, but wide to the near side. Hayden Shaber returns it wide. Banks with their largest lead of the match at 18-14 in the first set. Too much that time from Brooklyn Evans. Returns it long, 18-15, side out back to the Hawks. Sophie Green, the serve far side of the key. And Rashko mad at herself, knew she should have let that one go, tried to play it, and it's going to be unreturnable for the Hawks. 19-15, side out once again back to Banks. Serve from Turner, well, a good probably 18 inches, 2 feet long, and 19-16 back to Horizon Christian. Serve from Pospashek for the Hawks. And it goes off the right shoulder of Evans. She's okay, but Banks unable to return it. 19-17. Hawks within 2. Banks' largest lead has been at 4 at 18-14 after trailing 10-3 earlier in the set. And off the top of the net, Braves come up with the return and it hits the floor, catching Horizon Christian off guard. 20-17 Braves. And Brooklyn Evans will serve after Peters comes out, replaced by Morgan McCraw. Actually, McCraw will serve. Student section was late arriving. Just a great battle for that point. Both sides, great defense. 21-17. Banks eventually comes up with the point. Back again to their largest lead of the match at 4. And again off the top of the net, far side from Kylie McCraw. 22-17 Braves. Their largest lead of the match at 5. Kylie McCraw will continue her serve. Return wide by Georgia LaBouffe for the Hawks. 23-17 Braves. Battling all the way back from a 10-3 early deficit. And that time coming up with the kill, Liv Marine into the back row. Too much for Celix. And side out back to the Hawks. Still trailing by 5 late in the first set. Serve from Shaber into the net. Short set point for the Braves in set number 1, 24-18. And it's returned wide. Banks wins the first set, 25-18. Coming all the way back from a 10-3 deficit to take the first set. Our volleyball program. Part of this shout out proud to spotlight Mom and Eric pass skill harder and better. Always remember all things glory. Always dad and proud of you. Keep up the good work. Powell family. Benelli, we are so proud of you. Keep working hard. Dylan Ohana. Yourself in incredible volleyball athlete you are. You are amazing. No matter what the always proud of you. At large media, have a great Jackson. Good luck this season. Papa, we love you. Great. Gary, hard work. A little bit of set. We'll take a quick 30-second break and return with the second set in just a moment. Explore your world with Donna Mallard Hawkins at Infinity Escapes Travel. She's a Banks alum and can help you find great deals on cruises with Regent Seven Seas and discounts on guests with Virgin Voyages and Royal Caribbean. Want to stay ashore? Check out featured tours like National Parks of the American West, like tours of Croatia and Madagascar. Book your next vacation with Donna Mallard Hawkins and Infinity Escapes Travel, calling 823-634-8080 or visit infinityescapestravel.com. And we're back for the start of the second set. Banks with a 1-0 lead, coming back from a 10-3 early deficit, leading 25-18. 1-0. Lost our signal there for just a moment. Banks closing out the first set on a 22-8 run for a 25-18 first set victory over Horizon Christian. And the Hawks come up with the first point of the second set as we're still working on some Wi-Fi issues. And I think we got everything straightened out now. Tied at 1 in the second set. Ellie Seelig serving for the Braves. And that serve comes up short into the net, 2-1 in favor of Horizon Christian. Themselves in a bit of a hole, trailing 1-4. And nice job that time finding a hole in front of Rashko, the libero, 2-4. Side out back to Banks. And service short that time from Maddie Turner into the net. Back to the Hawks, leading 5-2. And too much on it that time again from Lauren Jansen, 6-2, Horizon Christian. Off the block attempt from Hayden Shaber. Braves trailing 3-6. Our 10th year doing, actually 11th season doing Banks High School athletics online. And usually not a problem for football and baseball, but indoor sports, basketball and volleyball inside a brick building can run into Wi-Fi issues, and unable to chase it down is Habash. Braves will keep the serve, trailing 4-6, leading 1-0, 25-18. Serve from Morgan McCraw, far side, misplayed by Sophie Green, and again back come the Braves within one at 5-6 in the second set. The serve from Morgan McCraw is returned by Horizon Christian, and Rashko off the top of the net near the near side net stick. And it's going to be back to Horizon Christian, trailing or leading 7-5. Low serve from Audrey Turner, but returned by the Braves. Rashko pops it up. And too much that time from Georgia LaBouffe. Celix gets her mitts on it, but if that were baseball, that would have been a foul ball out of play, and that goes into the back wall. Horizon Christian extending the lead back to 3 at 8-5. And Braves not quite ready for the power on the return that time from LaBouffe. And a couple of players get touches on it, but not really able to get much on it. It's going to go out of bounds behind the far side net pole. 9-5, Hawks. LaBouffe listed at 5'8". She looks closer to 5'10" or maybe 5'11". A lot of power for her, even though there's no player listed on the Hawks roster at 6 feet or above, and now a 10-5 lead for Horizon Christian. Hawks head coach Caleb George discussing something with the near side official. Serve from Audrey Turner again. Is going to be long, either Addie Kennedy or Kylie McCraw. Too much on the return. 11-5 Hawks. Timeout Banks. Second set, Banks up 1-0, but Horizon Christian in control once again early for the second straight set. Braves have proven, though, that they have a big run if they can swing momentum, and that's what Suzanne Clark is hoping for here. We'll be back in 30 seconds, 11-5 Horizon Christian in the second set.
Are you looking for a job with flexible hours, a way to support your community, or a first step toward a career in education? ESS has exciting substitute teacher and paraprofessional openings at schools throughout Eastern Yamhill, Columbia, and Washington counties. You'll enjoy creating your own schedule with weekly pay, ongoing training, and benefits. Begin your rewarding career in education by applying today at ess.com.
And we're back following the Braves timeout, 11-5 Hawks in the second set. Return wide this time by LaBouffe. Braves trailing 6-11, getting the side out. Out 12-6 back to the Hawks on the serve. And that one's going to go off the net pole near side, off the attempt from Sawyer Peters. 13-6 Hawks. Serve from Green. Addie McCraw, near side to Peters, into the back row. Green. Returned by LaBouffe, too much on it for Seelitz. Into the back wall it goes. 14-6. Favor of Horizon Christian. Again, LaBouffe the serve. Evans and Peters nearly collide. 15-6. Horizon Christian in the second. And an ace for LaBouffe. 10-point lead for the Hawks midway through the second set. And Seelitz should have let it go. Leaps up to make a play and gets a touch, and another timeout Banks. Hawks running away with the second set, 17-6. Up 11 as we reach the latter stages of the second set. Banks up 1-0. We'll return after this from Wanna Credit Union.
At Wanna Credit Union, every individual is unique.
with different needs, different wants, and different goals. This is who we are, and we live here. Our families live here. Our friends live here. This is our home, because to us, you're not a number. You're an individual. Wana Credit Union. Individuals welcome.
(17-6) Horizon Christian following Banks timeout. And the Braves finally get the side out back after a long return from Horizon Christian, 17-7. Addie Kennedy will come out. Kendall Shook will serve. And able to save it and pull it back from the scorer's table. Nice effort, Natalie Carnes. Braves unable to come up with the return. And again, another short-lived side out. 18-7, Horizon Christian. (19-7), Horizon Christian in the second set. The serve from LeBouf. And it's misplayed by Kendall Shook, far side. Off the net pole, 20-7, Hawks in the second set. And LeBouf tries to play that one off the heels of her wrist and angles it down into the floor. No return from the Hawks, 20-8, side out back to Banks. Too much from Harlow Johns from the near side. Well beyond the end line, 21-8, Horizon Christian. Serve from Carnes, and they're going to get a Banks student section is going to get a talking to from side director and principal. As the students start to bark, just as Horizon Christian starts the serve. Off the top of the net. And maybe that reserve helped the Braves, 21-9. Jacob Pence, the side director tonight for the Braves, former athletic director. Quick side out for Banks, trailing 22-9 in the second set. The serve from Habash. And too much that time for Kendall Shook into the back wall. 23-9 Hawks, second set. And that one grazes off the top of the net and drops in front of Rashko. No return from the Hawks. Braves finally hit double digits. Still trailing 23-10 in the second set, as coming in is Addie Kennedy replacing Kendall Shook. And Maddie Turner will serve. On the near side. Misplayed by Sophie Green, 23-11. Braves sticking around a little bit longer here in the second set. And Suzanne Clark and Megan Bunn can't believe that they saw something the officials didn't, and not happy with the missed call, and it's set point for the Hawks in the second set of 24-11. Serve from Pospashek. And that will be returned long. Braves get the side out back for at least one more point. Here in the second set, trailing 12-24. Morgan McCraw. Or actually Kylie, and that one's going to go into the net. And the second set will belong to the Horizon Christian Hawks. Banks winning set one, 25-18. The Hawks winning set two, 25-12. We're tied at one set apiece. We'll be back in 2 minutes. This is Banks Braves Volleyball on Westside Mobile Media and WestSidesGreatestHits.com.
O'Leary Air is proudly offering Dakin Comfort Pro HVAC products. They've been serving the West Side and Greater Portland Metro since 2015. They pride themselves in getting the job done right, backed by a legacy of integrity, respect, and honesty. O'Leary Air offers competitive pricing on all their work. Give them a call today at 503-989-5251. That's 503-989-5251. Online at o'learyair.com. CCP number 239855.
Do you have your next vacation planned? Whether it's time for a cruise, weekend getaway, or a bucket list resort, let Lazy Hammock Travel in North Plains help you. Lazy Hammock Travel, your passport to relaxation. Call Jason Ackerman at 503-332-5571 or visit their website, lazyhammocktravel.com. Lazy Hammock Travel, proud sponsors of Banks Braves Athletics and American Legion Baseball on Westside Mobile Media.
Banks Post newspaper is the official news provider of West Side's greatest hits. Listen hourly for West Side news from the Banks Post newsroom. Banks Post newspaper covers Banks, Manning, Buxton, Roy, and surrounding western Washington County communities. If you'd like more information on the Banks Post or want to pick up a copy, visit a local business today. You can also visit their website at bankspost.com or their Facebook page, Banks Post. Legacy Roofing can save your home from leaks, mold, and other issues related to an older roof, preventing future roof issues, saving you thousands of dollars. They use only the most trusted materials backed by an excellent warranty that is transferred if you ever sell your home. Legacy is tops in their field, earning the GAF Master Elite certification and the Golden Pledge warranty. For more information or to get a free quote, call 503-357-7663 today. And we're back getting ready for the start of set number 3. Banks and Horizon Christian tied at 1 set apiece. Banks taking the first set 25-18. The Hawks winning the second set 25-12. Student section almost as if being led by a pep band director, as a student director telling them when to stand and when to make noise, and they're on their feet getting ready for the start of set number 3. Banks has a pep band for football, but they have not been here for gym sports for a number of years. Kylie McCraw will start the third set. And that will be returned wide, I believe, by Pospashek. First point belongs to the Braves in the third set, tied at 1 set apiece. And through the block that time from Peters. Horizon Christian getting the side out back off with the kill off through the block attempt of Peters, tied at 1. Banks had 2 opportunities that time that were gifted to them by the Hawks. Don't know if they were just afraid of hurting Horizon Christian or what, but took it easy on them on a couple of lobs back across the net, and Horizon Christian wins the point. 2-1 Hawks in the third set. That time Evans shows who's boss and dumps it back across the net with authority, tied at 2. Off the top of the net for the ace from Ellie Selix. Shook is now playing the libero. 3-2 Braves lead early in the third set. And another ace from Selix. Misplayed by Rashko. It's going to go behind her bench at the end of the bleachers here on the north side of the court, down in the northeast corner. 4-2 Braves. That time she comes up short into the net, 4-3.
Back to the Hawks, and Zaina Habash will serve. Short serve racing up to get it is Jansen. And we're going to get an error on Horizon Christian. I believe they're going to get called for a lift, and it's 5-3 Banks. And just long by a couple of inches, not by a lot, but side out will go back to the Hawks trailing 4-5. Pospashek. And kind of a, don't think she planned on that. I think she kind of slipped on the kill attempt, but LaBouffe with the return will win the point for the Hawks, tied at 5. That one's going to go short into the bottom of the net, off the touch from Jansen, and the Hawks regain the lead at 6-5 in the third set. Pospashek. And beautiful placement that time from Sawyer Peters, far side of the Braves front row. Side out back to Banks, tied again at 6 in the third set. Coming in, Kylie McCraw, or Morgan McCraw, the senior, the eldest of the two sisters, replacing Sawyer Peters. And Celix tries to play the matrix, diving out of the way of that one when it was kind of assisted right to her, and it hits the floor. I think she thought she was going to get hit in the face or have a teammate run into her. It's 7-6 lead back to the Hawks. And coming up short off the side of her hand, Kylie McCraw. It's now an 8-6 lead for Horizon Christian. The return from Evans on the first touch is wide far side. 9-6 Hawks, timeout Banks. Pivotal third set, tied at 3. Horizon Christian with a 3-point lead early.
Divine Home Solutions can upgrade your kitchen with quality cabinets. Divine Home Solution focuses on quick turnaround time from lead to completion. They also have luxury vinyl plank flooring as well. Don't just make your kitchen beautiful, make it divine. Divine Home Solutions, 971-407-6742 or 971-325-7759 and online at divinehome.solutions.
We're back 9-6. Hawks with a 3-point lead. Great effort that time from the Braves. Hard fought point. 9-7. Banks still trailing by 2. Coming up short, racing up to the net. Sophie Green, Braves with back-to-back points, trailing 8-9 after their timeout. Short hung on the top of the net. Kylie McCraw tried to give it a little late extra push, but it's going to come up short 10-8 back to Horizon Christian. And nice job off the lob on the return. Addie Kennedy. Banks has battled all the way back. Again within a point, trailing 9-10. And again, Horizon Christian gives a point back, coming up short into the net on the return. Tied at 10. The serve from Shook. A nice effort from Harlow Johns, but she hit it into the net and then tried to pull it back herself. And you can play it off the net, but not if you're the same person to touch it twice in a row. 11-10. Hawks back with the lead. Coming up short off the top of the net that time, Liv Marine. Tied at 11. Kylie McCraw, the serve for the Braves. Jump serve into the back row to Green. Short. Audrey Turner, kind of a lazy effort that time, just kind of threw her hand up there and it barely made it to the bottom of the net from the middle row. Banks beginning the lead 12-11 in the third set. And that time a much better effort. Actually, that's Natalie Carnes dumping it over down the near side, finding a hole. The Braves defense tied at 12. And Evans and Harlow Johns, far side front row, come up with the point that time for Banks and regain the lead, 13-12. This third set feels like it could go extra points, a pivotal third set with each team tied at one set apiece. Nice effort from Natalie Carnes, but Hawks can't keep the point alive. Banks leading by 2, 14-12 midway through the third. Celix. And they're going to get an error on Horizon Christian, 15-12 Banks. And too much that time from Sophie Green on the return. 16-13 back to Banks on the side out. The serve from Addie Turner just wide. Aiming for the far back corner. 16-14 back to Horizon Christian. And far side, Sawyer Peters with the point. Finding an empty spot in the back row of the Hawks defense, 17-14. Serve for Morgan McCraw. And trying to push it over, Lauren Jansen pushes it into the net. Side out back to Horizon Christian, trailing 17-15. And into the top of the net on the return from the libero Rashko, 18-16. Braves by 2. Lauren Jansen the serve. Rashko. And down the near side into the near back corner. Nobody home for the Braves. Sophie Green with the point for the Hawks. Her serve hangs on the net and just sneaks across, but Morgan McCraw is there. And short into the net, Liv Breen. Back to a 2-point lead, and the serve back to Banks. (19-17), the serve from Shook into the net. (19-18). Return long. Back to a 2-point lead for Banks, 20-18. Sawyer Peters entering for Morgan McCraw. Kylie McCraw for Banks. And it's an ace. Audrey Turner started to play it and then pulled back. And perfect placement that time by Kylie McCraw, 21-18 Braves. (22-18). And that one is going to go short underneath the net. 23-18 Banks, third set. And nice placement down the near side from Liv Marine. Side out back to the Hawks. Trailing by 4, 23-19 late third set. And just a little bit wide. Trying to angle it to the far back corner is Shook. Timeout Banks. Trying not to let this important third set slip away. They're up 3, 23-20. We'll be back in just a moment.
Your local lender, Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, is here to walk you through every step in purchasing your new home. Christy and her team bring trusted knowledge and years of experience to make your home loan financing process an enjoyable one. If you're in the business or have questions about purchasing or refinancing your home, call Christy Van Meter at Union Home Mortgage, 503-327-5302, or visit uhm.com/kvanmeter. Union Home Mortgage, official sponsor of the PBR. Union Home Mortgage promises cap. Christy Van Meter is licensed in Oregon 1700271, Washington MLO-1700271, and Arizona 1039867. Union Home Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 2229.
(23-20) Banks in the third set, tied at 1 set apiece with Horizon Christian. The serve from the Hawks. Off the top of the net. The kill from Evans, 24-20. Banks trying to go 2 sets to 1 over Horizon Christian. Banks thought they had won the set. Horizon Christian's going to win the point, actually. And Habash to serve. And we're going to get an error on the Hawks, and that will be the second set, or the third set victory for Banks. Now up 2 sets to 1, 25-18, 12-25, 25-21. Take another 2-minute break. Banks will come back and try to put it away in 4 sets when we return.
Casey Ogden is a healthcare expert with more than 40 years in the field serving others and is college certified in nursing and healthcare administration. Her business, Casey Ogden Healthcare Services, offers everything you need for home health, from limited medical equipment, meal preparation, medication management, medical transportation, and more. Call 971-273-6058 or email caseyogden.hcs.llc@gmail.com.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Specialty Screen Printing in Yamhill offers your business the creativity and expertise to print your logo on a variety of items. Owners Ken and Linda Johnson have 40 years of experience on industrial parts and every type of material, including ceramic tile. Their fast service can have your project done in less than a week. Visit their website, specialtyscreenprinting.com, to see for yourself how they can help you boost your company's marketing and industrial screen printing needs. Call 971-998-9274 or visit website specialtyscreenprinting.com.
It's a 2-1 lead, 25-18, 12-25, 25-21 over Horizon Christian of Tualatin. And we're ready for the start of the fourth set. Serving for the Hawks, Nataline Carnes. And it's going to go out of bounds near side. Point to the Braves. Leading 1-0 in the fourth set. Serve from Evans. Peters and Kylie McCraw nearly come together on the floor. And neither one of them will come up with it, and it's going to go back to Horizon Christian tied at 1. Abash. Short, low serve in front of Jansen, diving late for the ace. 2-1 Horizon Christian. And the return from Habash off the serve It's going to go wide, near side off the official. 3-2. Braves up by 1. And a late touch from Havash. Out of play, the Braves up 4-2 in the fourth set, hoping for the 3-1 victory. Arashko gets a touch on it, but can't get out of the way. No one else will get there in time. 5-2 Braves. Serve from Morgan McCraw. Off the near side net stick from Shaber. 6-2 Braves. Timeout, Horizon Christian. Banks in control early in the fourth set, up 7-2. Trying to put the Hawks to bed here in the fourth set with a 2-1 victory, or 2-1 lead. We'll return in just a moment.
The Army National Guard plays a vital role in your community. We're on the front lines supporting essential personnel, first responders, law enforcement, and medical professionals, delivering food, supplies, and medicine, keeping communities safe, making a difference. During emergencies, we're always ready, always there. Learn more about part-time service in the Army National Guard at nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Oregon Army National Guard, aired by the Oregon Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Seven 2 Banks following the Hawks timeout. The serve from Morgan McCraw. Too much that time from Jansen, 7-3. Side out Horizon Christian. Serve from Pospashek for the Hawks. And Habash with the point near side, about middle of the way down the line. Seelitz dives late, but it comes up. She comes up short. Hawks with back-to-back points, trailing 4-7. And an ace. Seelitz again coming up short. Timeout Banks. Horizon Christian within 2 after 3 straight points from the Hawks. Will lead to a Banks timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Jim's Market in Banks is an institution serving the community for generations. They're actively involved in events and athletics from the youth league to high school level. Let them serve you with their locally grown fresh produce, fresh bakery items, including custom cakes, and quick hot food from their in-store deli. Jim's Market, conveniently located at the south entrance to Banks.
Now with more Banks Braves Athletics on Westside Mobile Media, here's the voice of the Braves, Trevor Beard.
And we're back, fourth set. Banks a 2-point lead, 7-5 in the fourth set, but Horizon Christian has scored 3 in a row, leading to a Banks timeout. Coming up short, Morgan McCraw into the net. Hawks within 1. Ospachek the serve. That time, I believe it was Ellie Seelig coming up with the point far side. Horizon Christian nearly got underneath it in time, but couldn't quite get a hand underneath the ball before it hit the floor. And LaBouffe, or not LaBouffe, it's Sophie Green. Short-lived side out for Banks. Horizon Christian, the lead back, or the serve back, trailing 7-8. Short into the top of the net from Turner. 9-7 Banks in the third. Serve from Shook. And just wide on the return from Sophie Green. 10-7. Banks up 3, fourth set. And good placement that time, I believe, by Morgan McCraw. 11-7 Braves. And the effort that time from Natalie Carnes is going to go off the near side net pole. 12-7. Braves by 5. Shook still playing libero for the Braves. Short into the net from Sophie Green. 13-7 Banks, another Hawks timeout. Midway through the fourth set, Banks doubling up on Horizon Christian. It's the Braves 13, Horizon Christian 7. We'll be back in just a moment.
Same great smile, same great service, but a brand new location and a great new team. Sarah Hesselman Group is still proud to support Banks High School athletics, but has now joined the Premier Property Group real estate team with new offices located in Bethany. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, contact the Sarah Hesselman Group, Sarah at sarahhesselman.com, or call 503-313-0748.
The serve from Shook. Back row. Turner nearly misplayed by the Hawks on the first touch, but they recover for the return. Green on the return long, trying to make contact with the back corner. 14-7 Braves. Shook, short serve. And short into the net, LaBouffe, 15-7 Braves. Shia LaBouffe, not sure if she's any relation, but seems like he's been acting since he was about 12 years old. (16-7) Braves, running away with the fourth set. And nice placement that time from Harlow Johns for the kill, 17-7. Shook still holding serve. (17-7) Banks. Kendall Shook holding serve for the Braves. Another great effort, both sides. Great volley, but this time Morgan McCraw led Evans a little too far into the net from the pass in close, and 17-8 side out back to the Hawks, trailing by 9. Habash comes out for Horizon Christian. Sophie Green will serve. Low right side of the key. Return along by the Braves. Hawks still trailing by 8, 9-17. Again, the serve from Green. Low. Johns goes down to get it, right to Kylie McCraw, far side, into the far side of the net at the bottom. 3 straight for the Hawks. That time, Sophie Green comes up short. 18-10 Banks. Morgan McCraw off the beautiful short serve. Hawks aren't ready for it, and on the second touch, it goes into the scores table, 19-10. Morgan again, this time from the far side, swing and a miss. And it's going to be a point for the Hawks, side out back to Horizon Christian, 19-11. late communication. Sawyer Peters not ready when the ball was hit her direction, and it's 19-12. Johns will come out. Ellie Seelitz re-enters the match. And just a little bit long. Not by very much, maybe an inch or two. 20-12. Braves by 8. Seelix again the serve. Ace off the touch from Audrey Turner, 21-12. Off the net on the hard return from the Braves front line, 22-12, side out back to Banks. Seelix, Seelix holding serve. And that time, trying to play it when she probably should have let it go. And it's going to go out of play near the back wall, 22-13. Adeline Carnes, serve for the Hawks. Point past Rashko in the back row, 23-13, back to a 10-point lead. Evans, far side, long, 14-23. Hawks again down 9. Habash, Zena Habash. And Evans gets a fist on it. Kennedy gets a touch late, but Braves unable to come up with the return. Still leading 23-15. And Habash, another perfectly placed low arcing serve, 23-16. This time she goes long. Kylie McCraw plays it off the face of Lauren Jansen, or into the face of Lauren Jansen. 23-17. Skims the top of the net. And Morgan McCraw just able to stay out of the net, 24-17. Match point for the Braves. Morgan McCraw will come in, replacing Sawyer Peters. And Habash should have let it go long, but she gets both hands on it, hits it into the floor, and the 4-set victory belongs to the Braves. 25-18, 12-25, 25-21, 25-17. The Braves improved to 500 at 5-5. Unfortunately, we will not have football for you on Friday as the Braves host Seton Catholic of Vancouver due to our responsibilities with Pacific University Volleyball. They have a home match on Friday night against Lewis and Clark. Our next broadcast will be sometime next week, and we will be bringing you football from Northeast Marion County and Jervis next Friday night. Our final score, Banks with a 4-set victory, 25-18, 12-25, 25-21, 25-17 over Horizon Christian. Hope to talk to you next week for more great Banks High School athletics action on Westside's Greatest Hits and Westside Mobile Media on YouTube.